In question 2, we have to find the LCM and HCF of each pair of integer given to us and verify that the product of the LCM and HCF is equal to the product of the two numbers. So to find the HCF and LCM of each pair of integers, we will prime factorize every integer. So let's start with the first pair of integers, which is 26 and 91. So these integers are small enough that we can prime factorize them directly. We don't really need to build factor trees here. We can get to the prime factorization directly. So 26 can be prime factorized as 2 into 13 and 91 can be prime factorized as 7 into 13. Now to find the HCF, we will take the product of the smallest power of each prime factor in the two numbers. So we see that 2 occurs only in the first number, so it won't occur in the HCF. Similarly, 7 occurs only in the second number, so it won't be there in the HCF. But 13 occurs once in both the numbers. So in the HCF, it will occur exactly once. So the HCF of this pair of numbers is 13. And you can think of the HCF also as the common part between the two numbers. So that is 13. Now let's find the LCM of these two numbers. So to find the LCM, we will take the product of the largest power of each prime factor in the two numbers. So we see that 2 occurs once in the first number and 0 times in the second number. So in the LCM, it will occur once. Then 7 occurs 0 times in the first number and exactly once in the second number. So in the LCM, it will occur once as well. And then we see that 13 occurs once in the first number as well as once in the second number. So in the LCM, it will also occur once. So the LCM will be 2 into 7 into 13, which is 182. So the HCF is 13 and the LCM is 182. Now let's verify whether this relation given to us, LCM times HCF equal to the product of the two numbers, whether this holds for this pair of integers or not. So LCM into HCF will be, so this is where I am doing the verification of the given relation. So LCM into HCF will be 13 times 182, and you can check that this is equal to 2366, and the product of the two numbers will be equal to 26 times 91, and you can check that this will also be equal to 2366. So the LCM times HCF will be equal to the product of the two numbers. So that completes part 1. Now let's do part 2. In part 2, the integers are 510 and 92. So the pair of integers is 510 and 92. So to prime factorize these integers, let's build their factor trees. So we have 510 first, and we see that this number is even. So let's take out a factor of 2. That will leave us with 255. Now 255 is not even, but it is a multiple of 3 because the sum of its digits is 12. So let's take out a factor of 3, and that will leave us with 85. So now 85 is neither an even number nor a multiple of 3 because the sum of its digits is 13, so it's not a multiple of 3, but it is a multiple of 5 because its last digit is 5. So let's take out a factor of 5 and that will leave us with 17, and 17 is a prime number itself. So at this stage the prime factorization process of 510 is completed. So its prime factorized form is 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. So let's write that down. So 510 is 2 into 3 into 5 into 17. Now let's do the same exercise for the second number, which is 92. So let's build a factor tree for 92. So 92 is even, so let's take out a factor of 2 and that will leave us with 46. Now 46 is even again, so let's take out another factor of 2, and when we divide 46 by 2 we will get 23, which is prime itself. So the prime factorized form of 92 will be 2 into 2 into 23. So let's write that down as well. So 92 will be 2 into 2 into 23. Now to find the HCF of these two numbers, we will take the product of the smallest power of each prime factor in the two numbers. So we see that 2 occurs once in the first number and twice in the second number. So in the HCF it will occur once. But we see that none of the other prime factors, 3, 5, 17 or 23 here, none of these occur in both the numbers. So they won't be present in the HCF. So the HCF is just 2, the number 2. Now let's find the LCM. To find the LCM, we will take the product of the largest power of each prime factor in the two numbers. So we see that 2 occurs once in the first number and twice in the second number. So in the LCM it will occur twice. Then 3 occurs once in the first number and does not occur in the second number. So it will occur once in the LCM. Then similarly 5 occurs once in the first number and does not occur in the second number. So 5 will occur once in the LCM. Similarly 17 will occur once in the LCM, and 23 here will also occur once in the LCM. So the LCM is 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 17 into 23, and this is equal to 23,460. So this is the LCM. So the HCF of 510 and 92 is 2, and the LCM of this pair of integers is 23460. Now let's quickly do the verification of the given relationship. So the HCF into the LCM will be equal to 2 into 23,460, and this is equal to 46,920, and the product of the two integers is equal to 510 into 92, 510 into 92, and you can verify that this product is also equal to 46,920. So this relation will hold true for this pair of integers as well. So that completes part 2. Now let's do part 3. So in part 3, the pair of integers is 336 and 54. So 336 and 54. So to prime factorize these integers, let's build factor trees again. So let's start with 336. Now this number is even, so let's take out a factor of 2, and that will leave us with 168. Now 168 is again a factor of 2, is a multiple of 2, so let's take out a factor of 2, and that will leave us with 84, which is still even. So I can take out another factor of 2 and that will leave us with 42. Now 42 is still even, so I can take out another factor of 2 and that will leave us with 21. Now 21 is not even, but it is a multiple of 3, so I can take out a factor of 3 and the remaining part now will be 7, which is prime itself. So at this point the prime factorization of 336 is completed. So 336 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So let me write this as 2 to the power 4 into 3 into 7. So this is the prime factorized form of 336. Now let's prime factorize 54. So 54 is even, so let's take out a factor of 2 and that leaves us with 27. Now 27 is not even, but it is a factor of 3, so let's take out 3 and that leaves us with 9, and again 9 is a multiple of 3, so let's take out a factor of 3 and that will leave us with 3. So the prime factorized form of 54 is 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So let's write this as 54 is equal to 2 into 3 cube. Now we can find the HCF and the LCM. So the HCF will be the product of the smallest power of each prime factor in the two numbers. So we see that 2 occurs 4 times in the first number and once in the second number. So in the HCF it will occur once. 3 occurs once in the first number and thrice in the second number. So in the HCF it will occur once, and 7 occurs only in the first number, so it will not be present in the HCF. So the HCF will be 2 times 3 or 6. Now the LCM, to find the LCM, we will take the product of the largest power of each prime factor in the two numbers. So 2 occurs 4 times in the first number and once in the second number. So in the LCM it will occur 4 times. So we have 2 to the power 4. Then 3 occurs once in the first number and thrice in the second number. So in the LCM it will occur thrice. And then 7 occurs once in the first number and does not occur in the second number. So in the LCM it will occur once. So the LCM will be 2 to the power 4, which is 16, times 3 cube, which is 27, times 7. So this is equal to 3024. So the HCF is 6 and the LCM is 3024. Now let's verify whether the relationship HCF times LCM times HCF is the product of the two numbers, whether this holds true or not. So HCF times the LCM, this will be equal to 6 times 3024. So this will be equal to 18,144. So this is the product of the HCF and the LCM, and we can verify that if we take the product of the two integers themselves. So if we find 336 times 54, this will also be equal to 18,144. So the product of the two integers will be equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. So with that, part 3 is done and the whole question 2 is done. To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.